Hello, I am Moodita, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Today I'm going to show you the blueprint I use to split a belt to have 3/8 go one way and 5/8 the other. Let's jump straight into it. Thankfully, an 8-way split is relatively straightforward. So if we start with one splitter, we split that one in half, and then we split that in half, and then those in half. But every once in a while, I want them grouped up slightly different. So today, I'm going to go through the blueprint to make a 3/8 and 5/8 split. Alright, so let's see if we can do this pretty compact. So we're going to need 3 splitters, and I'm going to alternate where the inputs are. This will make sense in a second. So the initial amount is getting plugged in here. But we obviously don't need that belt, so we're just going to delete it. And because I like to be able to have just a little bit of space so I can see what's going on, I would give myself at least 1 meter. Since this thing is so short, I'd probably just give it 2 just because. So then we need 2 mergers so that the 3/8 and 5/8 will end up in one of each of these. Alright, so the initial amount plugs in right here, and I'm going to add a sign later to make that more clear. And then we're going to split this in half. And this is where it's totally up to you if you want to just use your fastest speed belt, or if you want to edit each one for each project. Really up to you. So for this, I'm just going to use Mark 1 belts because this example only needs it anyways. But remember to change these if you need to. So half goes here. The other half is going to go into this first splitter. And if we think of this in the final numbers, this is 4/8, this is 4/8. So if we split this one in half, here is 2/8. And then we're going to use this side right here. There is 2/8. Currently, this is 4/8, this is 2/8. And so now we just need to take this last 2/8 and split it between these two. So let's start with the easy one. Just go from the bottom, place the lift right there, and we can connect that directly. So now this has 5/8. And so to create a short lift going in the correct direction, because I want it to turn this way, easiest way in my opinion is just to take a conveyor pole. And so I'm going to line it up with this lift because that's going to be the normal distance that it comes out to. And then we just want to go 2 meters forward and bring it up to the height that I want. But to get this to work, I need to snap it to here first and then the splitter. And if you normally try that, it's going to go to the default height and you can't snap it. So if I just fill this input and now connect it to the pole, it'll disappear, but really it is connected. Now I can delete my pole and this temporary belt. And we connect that right into there. And there is the last 2/8. I like to give myself display signs right here so that I know that the 5/8 is on the bottom, 3/8 is on top. On this side, there's really only one input because those are both outputs. But just to make things a little bit easier on everybody, here's the arrow to show you where it inputs. Now, where would you want to use this? When doing load balancing, I've used all sorts of random splits just to get down to the exact number I'm looking for, and this is one of those that's come up more than once. But there's also a recipe that uses this. Let me throw together a quick example using this quartz. Alright, so I've got 4 constructors, and I'm just going to put my blueprint right here, and having it come out at a 90 degree will get rid of any issues that I have with this not being completely on the world grid. Got a miner, and we're going to output 120 raw quartz. And I know I've got the 5/8 coming out down here, which is actually going to need the Mark 2 belt. And then we just need a short lift coming out of here. To plug into the 3/8 merger. And here are the 2 recipes we're working with. So, quartz crystal and silica. They both require raw quartz. And as you can see at the bottom, that requires 3 and this requires 5. So doing a 3/8, 5/8 split is essentially doing a 3:5 ratio. So we're going to go ahead and put the silica on this one, and at 100%, these are going to require 22.5. And the quartz crystal will require 37.5. So if we just do some quick math, the 22.5 times 2, so that needs 45 going to the silica, and the quartz crystal needs 75. And that total comes to 120. Alright, now that everything is color coordinated, Let's flip the switch, watch it come to life, and make sure the machines stay on at 100%. That'll be a good way to test it. Alright, well they've been staying green for quite a while now. Let's take a look. 100%. Across the board. That's what we like to see. And that is going to do it for this one. I'm going to try to keep these short and sweet, although I know that eventually they're going to start getting long. But before we go, I want to give a shout out and huge thank you to this comment where the suggestion for this video came from. So if you have a suggestion for which splits I should cover in the future, please leave them in the comments. I'll look forward to those, and thanks for watching.